Hello, Kashif.
No.
Just wait for 2 more minutes and see if more people join. Hey, can probably get started. Is this a thing? Oh yeah, this is being recorded already. Okay. Let's see. All right. So I'm just checking the agenda that we had from last time. Um, I was actually hoping that Bruno would be here because he actually brought up this survey. So I see that Ryan is here. Actually, we have a question for you. So if we are going to do a survey, so we're trying to do a survey of state of infrastructure, um, what would be a good way to do that? Um, should we just create an initiative? And another thing is, does CNCF provide any help on doing this, or do we just send these questions to some mailing list, or do you have any suggestions on this?
Yeah, it's a few. So yeah, I think a good starting point would be a initiative. So you can
Okay.
clearly define what is the questions we want to ask and what's the outcome we're looking for. Because if you
Mm-hmm.
don't plan a survey very carefully, you get survey fatigue and people don't answer your thing properly and you're not sure what outcome you're looking for. So that would probably be a good place to start.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then depending on the format of your survey, CNCF does have tooling. So I actually just had the question from somebody else as well on a channel. I'm waiting to see what the answer is because I'm not close to that work. So there would be some sort of help, probably SurveyMonkey or similar service. I'll have to find out when we get there.
Mm. Okay.
Then another option is depends on how you want to run your survey. So LFX, the platform that we use for meeting recordings, also have a function where you can do a vote.
Well, I'm sorry,
Um,
which meeting you were talking about? Just mention some.
LFX. So the PCC's tools that we're using to record this meeting, where Zoom lives,
Oh, okay.
in
Okay.
that same suite, there is a voting function. So there is, I'm not sure if it's going to exactly work for your survey. So what you could do, you can do a Condorcet voting or a stack rank voting for specific things.
Mm.
If you look at if that's a style of survey that you want to do, that you want people to vote in different options, that
Mm-hmm.
could work, but it's not really a survey tool, but it can work for type of a voting.
Okay. Hey, thank you. Yeah, that's helpful. We will start by green initiative and then we can get started there. Kashif, I see you raised your hand. You trying to
Yeah, I
say
had a
something?
question. So I was trying to understand what sort of when we say survey, isn't it more about like going through the different, projects and check what is the current state of the art in that sense? So,
So this
or
one
what
was
was
brought
the
up by Bruno. Actually, we talked about this one last time. He basically put this in the channel, but he didn't attend the last few meetings, so he has not got the chance to talk about this himself. So we were talking about this last time. So we thought maybe we could, look at the CNCF survey has some questions about the current state of infrastructure. It's not about like, I mean, the relevant projects would be, I think, would be one of them. But I think that's not just that, right? It's also about like how users are using it, I think. It's maybe. So I think that's something
Yeah,
we.
that's what I meant as well. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what
Yeah,
I meant
okay.
as well.
Sure. Yeah, makes sense. Yes, basically, I think we just like in the initiative, we can, dropped out what are the questions. And then, of course, we can, decide what are the things we need to ask in that survey. So that's part of the initiative, right? Initiative is not like we already know exactly what we want to do, but we kind of have some ideas, then we can, work on it.
Also, an important point to consider when running a survey is
Mm-hmm.
timing, because we're going to
Mm-hmm.
run that, kick that server out on the week of Thanksgiving, you're going to get zero response.
Mm,
And
yeah.
after Thanksgiving, it's going to go downhill and KubeCon is around the corner. So um, this might be a next year thing. Just from what I've seen in the past, that it's hard to
Mm,
get people to respond to surveys, and if your timing is out, you're gonna get do a lot of work for no return.
yeah, that makes sense. Definitely. Yeah. That's definitely true. Okay. Yeah, that's a good advice. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's this topic. And then the other one is, and there is this one, I think I'm going to just
Hey, can you hear me?
oh yes, please.
Sorry, one more point to note down is the audience, right? The kind of audience you want,
Yes, yes.
kind of personas you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's part of the. Yeah, so that's one thing, right? So Ryan, I remember we actually did a survey when we were, when we had the, tag storage had a survey. I think we actually went to the user group, but we didn't get enough that we can actually feel confident to draw any conclusion. It's just the number of response is just not large enough, I think. So that's why I'm not, that's the part I think we probably will need some guidance from CNCF. I'm not sure if, if we just send out question, hope people in the community can respond. I'm not sure if that's actually even sufficient. We may get some response, but it's probably not sufficient to draw any conclusions if the number is just too low. I think that's one concern I have based on what we did last time. Oops.
Also, depends how serious you want to take the survey and what kind of outcomes you're looking for. So another method that you could do is document review beforehand, looking at what is published, what blogs are out there, what CNCF information exists, and see maybe the information you're looking for is already available and published.
Yeah, okay, that's actually a good point.
And you can also look into things like insights from CNCF or the Linux Foundation, which give you a background of which projects are doing what and contributor submissions. And I think we can find you a link. I'll drop it in the chat.
Yeah,
So
that's a good point. So, yeah, continue, please.
So if you want to make it a bit of a research thing out of it, and you go do your own research of what's already out there, and you don't have to convince people to tell you a thing, that could also work.
Yeah, that's a good foundation. Yeah, I think I'm glad you brought it up. Right. Sometimes we ask the same questions over and over again. That information is already there, and that can lead to fatigue, like you're saying, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe just better start with doing research before we do a new survey. Maybe just see what are already there, then maybe we can add a few things that are not there. Okay.
And there also a survey can be of two types. You can do a qualitative survey, which basically means you can identify maybe like handful of people and do interviews, right? Like maybe, I don't know, 10 to 12 people, and you get very good detailed responses with all the reasoning behind it. And there's also a second survey called a quantitative survey where you try to put together like a list of questions, like maybe 10 questions or something like that, right? And then I try to see if you can get like maybe 50 to 100 people respond to it, which can still be a lot, tall order, right? But you get slightly more statistically significant responses, right? So I think we need to figure out what type of survey, depending on what questions you want to ask. Is it a qualitative survey or a quantitative survey, right?
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Yeah.
Because in the quantitative survey, you can just say how many people are using, say, Terraform. And okay, you know what? So quantitative, all you need is hey, how many people are using Terraform or tofu, right? Open tofu. But if you want to have a qualitative survey and say, hey, why are you using open tofu or why are you using Terraform, right? What are these? And then that becomes more of a qualitative survey. So you can poll a few people, but you get much richer and deeper answers.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good point. So those are things that we need to actually decide, I think. Yeah. So I think before we really, go do a study, there's a lot of groundwork, right? We need to do first. Yeah.
And one more question I have to all of you is that as part of our tag, like this group, like technical advisory group, our output is to who? Is our output to the other projects that are going around in CNCF?
Maybe
Who are our
Ryan.
customers? Who are our customers? Like if you, let's say you create something and do something and deliver something, is that
I think it's for
as
the
an advisory group?
I think it's for the whole ecosystem, not just for like one group, right? But maybe Ryan can add some color to that.
I would say so too. Is for the cloud native ecosystem for the users as well as for the project maintainers. So, and I'm probably not. I don't think customer is the right word. I would probably say the beneficiary or some.
Beneficiary or stakeholders. Especially if sorry,
stakeholders.
I use the word customer a little bit loosely, but when I say customer, I mean like a stakeholder or
a
deliverable to someone, right? That we need to be accountable to someone. We are creating something to help someone, or so.
Right. So I think it's like the whole ecosystem.
I think Rian is basically chatting. I guess he couldn't speak, but he's
okay.
basically saying
What it is.
yes to Raghu's point. Who would care about the result? Yeah, I think so. We need to be and I think as leaders of this tag
Oh,
forum,
okay, great. This
I would
is
love to see where the who our kind of stakeholders are.
okay. So let me just put this in the notes. Okay, just let me copy this one. Okay. Any other thoughts about this? Okay, so next one is this one. So I think there is a. Okay, let me just see if I. Okay, I think this one should be okay. So there is a engineer summit, and then there's a keynote on the first day. I think it starts at 9 o'clock. This is on Sunday, KubeCon. So no, a few of us will be there. So Kashif, I'm not sure if you do you feel comfortable give this talk representing our tech there? It's like basically 9 o'clock at the meeting, the summit.
Okay. Yeah, what is it that we would need to present
Oh,
there?
so
Is it
basically just to briefly talk about what the tag is doing. I think so they're going to basically invite all the tag representatives up there. So whoever will be there, we probably can just stand up and briefly, and
okay?
then
I
like we
can
need to have like one person. I think they prefer one or two per fine, but I think they prefer just one person because it's just like 5 minutes. They don't want to run over time, right? So just have someone there, just briefly describe what the tag is doing. This is like for each tag. So I think we need to have someone for our tag.
I'm okay.
If
I'm okay.
you're good, okay, I'll just put a name there then.
Cool.
Right.
So it would
So,
be the 9 o'clock keynote, right? Okay.
yeah. So okay, we can
Okay.
definitely we can talk offline as well, just to see what we want to cover. But I think it should be it's just talk, right? It's just not like that formal. I think should be. It's not like we have to do any slides or something. It's just talk, so it should be
Okay.
more casual, I think.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so and then I think all of those, I think we let's see, just to put it up here. I think all of those projects basically still initiatives we submitted and then I think still need to get approved by TOC. I believe the plan is like maybe after KubeCon can the tag approve initiatives themselves, right? Do you know about this, or we are just waiting for TOC to approve all of them?
I think you are right. The idea was that after KubeCon, tags would have the authority to approve their own, and many of the tags were pushing really hard. They got things they got want to get going, and the TOC is running short of bandwidth, so the TOC said it's okay. The tags can go ahead and approve their own initiative. So sorry if you
Okay.
didn't. I think they did say it in the leadership channel. So sorry if you didn't get the message. But you, as a tag, you are now allowed to write up your initiatives properly and approve it and get people
You're
to
saying we
start
can do
working on it.
now, or do we just wait until
Yeah,
after?
you can do now. So
Oh,
some of the
okay.
other tags are already doing it.
Oh, awesome. Great. Okay, thank you for that information. Tag can approve their own initiative now. Great. Okay, so this way we can just review them, and then we can just get them started. Yeah. So I think we can maybe let's ideally I like to see more people in this meeting, that we can actually go just to see if we can approve them, but we can also do this like offline, right? We can, since now we're saying we can approve this by ourselves, we can just ask people if if they have any objections. Otherwise we can just approve them, I think. Yeah, for example, I think this is Dylan opened this one some time ago. I think this was the first one opened by our tag. So this is, I think he probably started this before the tag reboot. So I think he just continued with this. Okay, so we probably should ask him to talk about this one, right?
Yeah, I think that the idea that we can follow, I don't know about the other text, but maybe just do a brief intro of the initiative that are already open in this forum, and then that's how we know.
Yeah.
Then we go back and review it individually and think a bit more deeper, and have some sort of a lazy consensus that okay, in 1 or 2 weeks we are gonna approve if there is no other
Yeah,
say
sure. Sounds good.
issues.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so probably I'm going to just to put a message in the channel, so this way people know that we actually start to do this. And then maybe starting from next meeting, we can just start approving them.
And
Okay,
also a
Kashyap?
good approach would be
Yes.
to discuss them in the issue, and everybody that have a comment or an agreement or a disagreement, do it in the
Oh, in the
initiative.
issue. Okay, you're saying we can just basically, okay. I was saying I
Yeah.
would just put a message, because I think we haven't really in our channel, we haven't say, hey, we can start doing this yet. We're kind of still kind of waiting. Even though we have, I think for at least for one of this, I started to talk about it, but we haven't really formally approved, right? So I just want to put a message there in the channel saying, hey, we can just start to do this now, and then ask people to. So you're saying people just like openly put their comments here, right? Saying if they are.
Yeah, and that gives everybody a chance to see what everybody else thinks.
Okay. Is there like a voting for this? Like, I don't know if do people do voting for this initiative thing, or just to see if there's any objections, or how do we know if this is like approved? Just a tag say if all the leads are okay, then that's it, or is there any like voting for this type of thing?
No, there's no formal voting process.
No voting. Okay. Lazy consent. Okay, let me just put
yeah.
it in here. Say, no voting, just lazy. Let's scan and comment on the issue. Okay. All right. I think that would be good. And if that's the case, so just to have people can start to read those issues, and they can start to add comments offline. Okay. I don't have other issue to discuss here. Anyone, do you have any other topics you want to cover in today's meeting? If not, that's it for today. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Zane.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.